in the way that you can, which in this sense would be tapping the screen. What's up, King? You doing all right? Man, that's what's up, King. You don't show forth the love that you have in your heart. Guess what? You holding yourself back. And in fact, you can't sit here and say that nobody care about you because you don't care enough about you to express you. You gonna get what you give out. You gonna get what you give out. One thing I learned when I started finding out about my identity was, you know what? Just because I express who I am, you know what I'm saying, to the fullness, now that I know certain things about myself, it don't make me hate nobody else. You feel me? I don't gotta hate nobody to love myself. You feel me? But I know for a lot of people that come from that state of operating in hate, you feel me? When they see me loving on myself and not giving so much energy their way, they start feeling like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm hating. Like, come on, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just focused on loving me in the best way that you can lead or take the lead and, you know, show others which way to go is to do it yourself. Is to express this in your own way. You feel me? So, all right. Take this time today. Take some time out of your day to express love in your life. You know what I'm saying? By being you. Taking the time to figure out different things that you passionate about. Things that make your heart just do. Now, right now, it might feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? What I always say, I know it's hard now, but it will get easier. You know, certain things when we first start off, it's hard, y'all. But over time, it will get easier as you continue to express yourself. Like my good friend in the chat, you know, talking about learning different ways to express yourself through carvings. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they could tell you, all right, when you first start off, it's hard, you feel me, to learn a new skill. But through repetition, you develop precision. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to, you know, show love so much to the point I'm precise with it. You know what I'm talking about? I can, you know, be in a room or be in an environment with another being and show concern. Whereas some people, they can't even open their mouth to ask how the next person doing. You feel me? Because they so tied up in themselves or so downtrodden up on themselves, as they would say on this app, get somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. When you so down on yourself and you so used to not expressing love in your life, or, you know what I'm saying, being yourself, as we would say, you begin to surmise within yourself that you just be better off not expressing yourself. So with that being said, you got to get it together and recognize that you are enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold a straight to the heart matter. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a, you know, coming to grips with yourself, pointing you in a direction, you know, of self, and then the work got to be done from within. A lot of times we feel like it's a struggle that must take place in order for things to change in our life, because that's what we done been taught up until now. You know what I'm saying? We done been taught to live in the physical, so much so that if we don't physically do things, we feel like nothing is gonna come of the efforts that we're putting in. But truth be told, all of this existence is a projection of how you feel from within. You know what I'm saying? Nah, shoot, appreciate you being receptive. You know, I look at it like I tell y'all all the time, we are one. And I'm so glad we're in connection. So as sure as the things that I'm saying to you are making a connection, it's because within you, you know what I'm saying, is these same convictions. You know what I'm saying? But to hear another part of yourself express it, you know what I'm saying, it's rejuvenating. You know what I'm saying? It's a confirmation. A lot of times we got to recognize as sure as certain things are within us that we're unwilling to address, here we are, that's what's up. Here we are dealing with the different things in life, you know, the different problematic people in our life show up because we're not willing to recognize the problematic ways of ourselves. You feel me? So then it has to materialize itself in the form of somebody else. But instead of a lot of us taking that time to see how we was once that person, you feel me, or how we was once that problematic energy in somebody else's life, you know, we rather, you know, just put it off on such and such. I can't stand such and such. They always come around here with this and that. You feel me? Like, my big mom used to always say, either you in a storm, coming out of a storm, or about to go into one. You feel me? Same thing with that energy. You feel me? You either was problematic, about to be problematic, you know what I'm saying? Or, hold on, you either going into a storm, coming out of a storm, or in a storm. Oh, okay, you either problematic, about to be problematic, or just got done being problematic. So with that being said, you know, either way, you know how to reach somebody, because guess what? You've been there before. And so as sure as somebody being problematic in your life, you should be able to take a deep breath, blow that shit out, and be able to help that person from where they coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You too have been there. I know for me, I used to be the little brother. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I still am the little brother to my sisters. But through me being a little brother, I recognized that certain times I would pop up on them. It was almost as though an annoyance to them. You feel me? So what I learned to do over time is to utilize this, you know, attention getter, because obviously I had their attention. You know what I'm saying? I used to always think they didn't listen to me, but I recognized over time that they are listening to me. They might not like the fact that they gotta listen to me. They might not like the fact that I'm getting their attention, but let me make the best of the attention that I'm getting from them. And in turn, you know, I use that little bro energy to y'all. You know, I know sometimes these conversations are very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was in an uncomfortable spot in my sister's lives. You know what I'm saying? To the point, you know, it got their attention nonetheless. But this is my thing. If I'm going to get y'all attention, I'm going to give you something to be blessed for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you something that, you know, as sure as it was an irritant or a reminder, you know what I'm saying, of something that you've been trying to avoid, I'm going to help you fill that void by reminding you where the real work started at. Stop looking outside of you so much to the point you can't see that it's all from within that these things work. You know what I mean? As sure as when we go to sleep, based on what we was thinking about all day, you know what I'm saying, these things materialize in the form of our dreams. What about the fact that, you know, they say sleep is the cousin of death. So now here it is. You got an opportunity every day you wake up to start over. How much energy you gave to certain things, because it's gonna materialize, man. It's gonna materialize in your dreams. But what about the day that you don't wake up, or the day that somebody else put you to sleep and you had this fearful thought? You know what I'm saying? You had this fear for living to the point now your whole existence, once you done been free from this body, is all in fear. See, that's something a lot of people don't want to think about as well. You know, no different than how certain people have to materialize in our lives to make us think about certain things. I'm glad and I'm grateful for everybody that's here in this moment to hear this, you know, because it's going to allow for you to never be the same. You know, I remember when I used to go to church with my big mama, in the past used to say, man, y'all ain't going to never be the same after this moment, because he understood that once you heard certain things, it was going to cause for a change to take place in your life, even if it's just as simple as you can't say you never heard it before. You know what I'm saying? It opens your mind to certain things once you hear things coming from certain perspectives. You know what I mean? And once your mind is open, you feel me? They say perception is everything. Well, perspective is the environment in which the perception can grow. You know what I'm saying? Let's imagine their perspective to be like the field of vision, as far as you can see type of thing. Grand Rise until you love. It's going amazing. We talking about how love is the only real thing in existence. All else real thing in existence. All else is the avoidance. You feel me? If you wasn't in love. And also, I'd rather run love together with truth, because the oldest definition of truth is that which exists. And if I'm sitting over here saying love is all, you feel me? Love is the only thing that exists. Now, let's not get it twisted. There's levels to this. You know what I mean? Your vibration of love, you know what I'm saying, will determine how much you are received in this existence, how much I can perceive you. So if you lessen your vibration, you know, you liken to how I was as a little man when I felt like I was getting on my sister's nerves, and I would be about to say something, instead I just be like, man, she don't want to hear it. You feel me? Nowadays, I don't even worry about that. I say what I gotta say, but I make sure I say it out of love. I make sure I'm fully expressing myself. You know what I'm saying? And to me, fully expressing myself would be not me avoiding the work that must be done in me and projecting it on the other people because I dislike what they doing. Nah, I'ma be loved because I remember being them. You know what I'm saying? This is me fully expressing myself. I remember being them, and in turn, I'ma do what I can do. You feel me? I can't control how other people act. You know what I'm saying? But I can control how I respond to it. And to me, effectively, the best way to respond to that is get them things that's gonna help them grow based on what I had to do to grow. You know what I'm saying? Reserving my judgment for myself. You feel me? Like, as sure as, say I'm trying to cross the street, you feel me? And I see a car coming. It would be in my best interest to judge the amount of speed that I have. You know what I'm saying? Judge the distance in which my eyes perceive this car coming and make it across the street based on this judgment. You feel me? But if I don't do that, and I'm always reserving my judgment for others, that's when you get that perception depth. Your perception begins to be off because you're using your energy for the wrong thing. You can't control what others do, and you can't determine why others do what they do, other than you move from the standpoint of why you would do it, but in the pureness of your heart, seeking the help. Seeking the help. Sometimes when people, you know, coming to you, just laying their burdens on you, you know, you recognize, oh, darn, I remember when I used to do that too. So in that time, you know, you just hear them out. Because recognize the surest things is being worked out in your mind. What's up, Mimi? The surest things is being worked out in your mind. You feel me? They trying to work it out too. But for a lot of people, they have a hard time having conversations. Hear me now? They have a hard time having conversations with themselves that are in depth. So the easiest way for them to express themselves is to talk to somebody else. So if you happen to be that open door for somebody, you know what I'm saying, to where they begin to express themselves more freely than they would by themselves, you know, sometimes you gotta just be that door. You just gotta be that door. Sometimes they don't want no answer, but recognize you don't, you know, a lot of times you don't gotta be the answer unless they ask, you feel me? And even then, just recognize you there to advise. Don't get so caught up in making sure that they do exactly how you said when you said it. You know what I mean? Because now you judging. Now you putting yourself in a state that you tied to that judgment, and if things don't go right, you feel with disappointment. Come on now. Come on now. It's all right to be there for people, but the way you release yourself from, you know, being there for people and you don't carry around those burdens is you keep your judgment for yourself. You hold no ties to the outcome. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of us, we got so many expectations that we can't even enjoy life happening for us. You know what I'm saying? We can't even enjoy the happenings of life. And I just want to say I'm grateful for this moment in time to have these conversations with myself in the many forms of self that are projected out to me in this reality. You know what I'm saying? Good to meet you, self. Glad you here, self. Glad for everything you went through in order for you to understand where this message is coming from. You feel me? Glad to meet you, Miss Richardson. You are a part of myself. Glad to meet you, Dominic. You are a part of myself. Great Mind Illustrated. Glad to meet you. You are a part of myself, Felicia. You are a part of myself. And the fact that I know you're a part of me, I know you are great and nothing else. You feel me? You are greatness in motion. If you would just tap inside to find that within you is a gold mine and you are undeniable. Know that you are protected in all your ways. Know that you are protected in all your ways, meaning don't hold back. Today, express yourself freely, but also be present in that moment to learn things about yourself. Learn what you're passionate about and get better at expressing it, just like a child learning to work their fingers, learning to express their vocal cords to the point they able to mimic their parents and put it into words. You feel me? Recognize everything that you're going through. It has a purpose. You feel me? And the purpose is to draw you nigh or draw you closer to you. You feel me? Closer to the greatness that is you. You might feel like you ain't got nothing left in the tank. And why these things keep on coming to you. But guess what? Life has a way of teaching you there's so much more to you. If you ever worked out before, when you get to a certain point, the body has a way of keeping us from taking ourselves out this body. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain percentage, you know, of you expressing yourself through workouts, the body will tell you that, you know what, you ain't got no more. So like, let's say about 60% of your expression during the workout, the body will tell you, you know what, we tired, man. Hold up. But if you want to increase your strength, recognize that you at 60%. Give it another rep so we can push that thing to 70. You know what I'm saying? And work your way up to 100%. But notice this though. The beauty about life is as you do that, your levels is gonna change. You know what I'm saying? But don't let the body think for the brain or the mind. You feel me? Because at that time, that's the body communicating with the mind saying, man, shit, we can't keep going when you want to give out. You know what I'm saying? But the mind has to transcend the moment and know that we are way more. Know that we are greater than what we feel inside. You know what I'm saying? Know that we are greater than what we feel inside at any moment in time. Meaning we have this endless opportunity, endless ability within us to transcend every moment in our lives. You feel me? Every moment in our lives. That's a beautiful. And that's good news. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm able to share this with you. Share it with myself first of all. Because again, you don't gotta hate nobody to love yourself. And through loving yourself more and more daily, you can love others freely without even worrying about if they're gonna return it. Because you know, in order for me to be me, this is how I gotta express me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is me loving myself first. You feel me? This is me loving myself first. And you also can remember a time, if you love yourself enough, you can remember a time that you wasn't receptive of love. Because all the love that you wasn't giving yourself. Recognize this is all a projection of how we treat ourselves. That being said, glad you stuck around, you feel me? I'm glad everybody came through. Glad you was able to tap in and get that. And I need you to know, I love you as myself and it ain't nothing you can do about it. As we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out. And I know you about to have a lovely day. Cause look how we started it out, you hear me? Look how we started this thing out, we Gucci. Same here, King, you already know. Thank y'all for, hey, by the way, we got the subscriptions going. As the subscriptions start to grow, We will be handing out our packages. Well, we got merch, we got books. What else we got coming? We got natural products. We got the Young Malcolms. You know what I'm talking about? All right. All right. Peace within. Peace out, family. Bless you too.
Do y'all want me? I'm saying like that. Y'all want me? It literally is 3 programs in one. So your side hustle is to replace your job, and your business is to replace your side hustle. So I technically teach you how to do both. I teach you how to create a side hustle, and I teach you how to also create a business so you can profit from both. Okay? So, oh shit. Let me show you guys. Oh shit, hold on. I need to quit cussing so much because lately I've been cussing like a grown man. I've been cursing like a grown man. I've been cursing like a grown ass man. Okay, so it says self-employed course. It says 3 courses for the price of 1. The self-employed course, the Instagram course, and the Business 101 ebook. So all 3 of these come in there. What the fuck? It's only $10. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just said I was gonna stop cussing. I did not know it was at $10. What be going on? You will learn the tools you need to walk away from your job, whether you have a business or not. This course will teach you the money-making methods that you need to survive. You learn the difference between having a business and having a side hustle, and you will learn how to profit from both. If I never broke that mental barrier of depending on a job, I wouldn't be where I am today. Get ready to learn some new habits, break some barriers, and jump into freedom. Post in a profit, take your Instagram, da-da-da. I'm not reading all that no more. It's only $10, so I'm not reading all that no more. Y'all want it or you don't. Hell. It's only $10, so I'm not even gonna goddamn read it no more. Either you want it or you don't. The Business 101 ebook teaches you how to open up your business bank account. I'm going to make that available right now for you guys, okay? And I'm gonna throw my 7-figure blueprint up as well. My 7-figure blueprint literally is my favorite program I ever did. This is the last chance for the 7-figure blueprint to be cheap. I think it's like $15 or something like that. Because next month I'm gonna start going into systems. So next month I'm not gonna be teaching business funding. I'm going to be teaching systems, okay? I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can develop systems so that way you can grow your business. So next month, this is what I'm really excited about. Next month, I'm gonna be teaching you the power of systems and your business functionality. I know that may not sound exciting to y'all right now, but a lot of us are operating our businesses wrong. So I'm gonna start teaching y'all systems next. Yes, systems and processes. I'm gonna start teaching y'all this next month. Okay? I'm gonna start teaching y'all that next month. So when I teach y'all that next month, the 7-figure blueprint is not going to be cheap like this. It's not. It is not. Okay? All right? So I gotta go because I have to pack. I'm going out of town. I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes to get whatever you gotta get. I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes to get whatever you gotta get, and then check your emails for the class link April 5th, okay? Okay? Love y'all. Again, leave this live, click the link right here in my bio. Boom. And knock your socks off. Y'all have a great, thank you, Bernard. Bernard, okay, Bernard, I ain't heard. People in the 2000s ain't named Bernard no more, so you gotta be a little older. But yeah, that's a name right there, Bernard. You sophistication. All right, y'all, love y'all, bye.